What's going on? It's Kevin Kenny. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Build Series live here in New York City. And we've got some hit makers in the house today. Their collab, Better Me, Better You, has already been viewed over 1 million times on YouTube and is currently being streamed around the world over 335,000 times per week. That is insane. Please let's make some noise for Clara Mae and Jake Miller.
What's up?
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
How are you?
Yeah, we're good.
Doing good?
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
I'm
Thank
a
you.
big fan of this record you guys have together. It's a pretty nice one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how did you guys meet?
That's a good
We
question.
didn't.
Yeah, we never did. We
happened
still haven't
on the
met.
first date right here.
She actually sent me the song. Probably feels like a year ago. But we hadn't met each other at that point. I didn't know much about her, and I checked out her music. I thought she had an amazing voice, and her brand and her image was just amazing. So obviously, I jumped on the song, and I'm thankful that she sent it to me and that she thought of me.
Absolutely. And this is, do I have this correct? This is your first duet ever.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to feel pretty cool, Jake.
Yeah, I feel honored. Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So why was Jake the right one?
I think Jake was the right one because he had the perfect voice for the record, the perfect image, and I think, yeah, he liked the song, and that's a plus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was perfect for it.
Now, millions of people have watched this music video of yours, which is tremendous, online on YouTube. There's such a chemistry that you guys have on screen. I'm wondering, is that just something you had from the jump? Because it sounds like you don't know each other that well, but you certainly look like it on the video.
No, I mean, we have chemistry. I mean, we're very alike. We have a great sense of humor.
We do.
We're always just joking around. They made us do like a lot of weird things during that video shoot. Those carrots that I was eating, they were like this long, and they probably made me eat like 7 of them.
He ate them all, and then we couldn't do the scene again because there were no carrots left.
Yeah.
Jake can never eat carrots ever again, probably.
Never.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's the first carrot fight I've ever seen in a music video.
Me too.
When I actually read the treatment, and they told me I was threatening him with a carrot. And I was like, maybe we should take this out. This feels weird, but it turned out good. So.
Yeah, no, the video is tremendous. I want to dive into the song and the video a little bit more further on in our conversation, but I do want to check in with you two. Jake, I talked to you at Billboard about like 6 or 7 months ago.
Yeah.
At that point in time, you were getting over this big 8-year relationship. You were like Mr. DIY, everything in the bedroom studio. You were taking pictures of beds in the middle of Los Angeles streets for album covers. That was you then.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
I just signed another record deal, which I'm very excited about. Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a label under Sony. It's called Sony Red, and they are very excited, as am I. And I am just in the process of making new music and hitting radio hard end of this year, so very excited.
That is exciting. Now, for longtime fans, many of which are here in attendance, they know your story. You were signed, and then you went independent, and now it sounds like you're signed again.
Yeah.
How does this experience, and it sounds like it's still pretty new, but how does it compare to the first time you were signed?
Well, I have all my creative control this time, which is obviously the most important thing as an artist, as you know. And I just knew that if I was ever going to get back with a major label or with any label in general, then I knew how to structure my record deals, and I pretty much could walk in and be like, I don't care how much money you give me, I don't care what you do for me, but there can't be anybody else in the involvement of the music. I give it to you, you push it.
Totally. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So that's what they've agreed on, and so I'm going to keep making the music out of my bedroom the way I want to, and then give it to them when I think it's ready.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, Clara, we've never met before. We're talking for the first time today.
Yeah.
But you come from Sweden, and music is like in your blood. Your father was a producer.
Yeah, I grew up in a music/sports family because my parents were divorced. So it's been a lot of music since I was really young. And we had a studio at home. So I usually ran out there during the evenings and started recording covers by myself and started writing music at a very young age. So, yeah.
You mentioned studios, and I heard you in a previous interview because Sweden, is just known for these amazing pop singers and amazing pop songwriters. And I've always wondered, what is it, culturally about that country that sort of manifests that? But you were saying that, I didn't know this, that there are sort of studios all over Sweden, like in places you wouldn't even expect.
Yeah, everywhere. And I think why we have so many huge pop writers and songwriters and producers is that we have very long winters. It's cold, it's dark, so we want to stay inside a lot, and there's not much to do. So you're like, yeah, we write songs, and then during summer, there's nothing coming from Sweden because we're all out in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, your dad was a big 80s producer. He made a lot of 80s music, and it cracked me up to hear you say that you weren't really into the music he produced. 80s wasn't really your cup of tea?
I mean, I like it now, like small parts of it, but he was very 80s. He had the big hair and the clothes, you know. So sometimes he helped me produce for myself, and it always turned out sounding like something coming from the 80s.
From the 1980s.
Yeah, so I kind of stopped working with him.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Gotta go my own way. Well, if 80s music didn't really resonate with you, there had to be an artist or a song or a style of music that eventually did, you know, hit you right here. Who was that, or what was that for you?
It was actually Robin. Do you know who that is?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like she's a Swedish producer, songwriter, and an artist. I don't know how big she is in the US. Do you know her?
Well, she had a big hit back in the 90s with
Yeah.
Show Me Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she, you guys know the song Call Your Girlfriend? Call Your Boy, what is it called?
Call Your Girlfriend.
Call Your Girlfriend, right? That was a big hit. She kind of came back. But she's timeless, because who can do that, right? She has a big hit as like a 20-something-year-old in the 90s and then comes back almost 2 decades later
She's
with another
amazing.
smash
Yeah,
hit.
she's so before her time.
Yeah.
And I always loved her sound. So I think that's my biggest inspiration.
And Jake, you, in terms of inspirations, man, you're all over the place. I love it. You're like Justin Timberlake. You're like Eminem. Mac Miller played a big role for you.
Yeah. My biggest to date, everybody who follows me knows it's John Mayer. I just really look up to his lyricism, his guitar playing. It's really John Mayer. Like, that's like as far back as I can remember. He's just been like a constant inspiration of mine.
Definitely. You follow John on social media?
Of course.
Yeah.
I feel like, to be honest, I like him a little bit less now that I know so much about him on social media. I wish he wasn't so big on social media. Like Eminem and like Adele, the fact that they're like so behind the scenes, I like that as an artist. So I wish he would tone down the social media a little bit, but it's okay.
John, if you're watching.
Yeah, come on, John.
That's awesome. So Robin and John Mayer, are those also do the inspirations always coincide with the moment that you realize you want to be an artist, or are those different for you guys? Clara?
Can you take that again? Sorry.
Sure. No. We were talking about big inspirations, of course.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, growing up, there's always people we draw inspiration from. But when was the moment, at least for you, where you said, you know what, I'm going to actually take this seriously?
Oh, yeah. Like, from the beginning. Like,
Really?
I've never wanted to be anything else. I've tried different, like, extra jobs. I've sold clothes. I sold lamps, actually.
You sold lamps.
I did.
Wait, hold the...
So
wait,
I know everything about lamps.
Let's hear about the lamps. What are these lamps you used to sell?
You know, they came in, a lot of older people, and I helped them pick out lamps for their apartments and, like, pick the right if they want LED or, yeah.
Wow.
So I'm
So
an
you could teach
expert,
us a lot
so I
about
can help you.
lamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, all right. We learn a lot
So
about
yeah,
that.
and after doing those like other jobs, I was like, no, this is not for me. I came home and I had no creativity left because I was like, okay, now I'm gonna write a song about today. What did I do? I sold 3 lamps. So yeah, I kind of moved away from that and yeah, started to work with music for 100%. I moved to Stockholm because I'm from a smaller town up north in Sweden. So I moved to Stockholm. I signed my publishing deal at a very young age and started writing songs 7 days a week and just tried to get better at it, really. Because I can go back now and listen and it's very bad. But yeah, at least practice gives, what do you say? We have a saying in Sweden, practice give. Oh yeah, practice make perfect.
There you go. Yeah, those 10,000 hours, right, that people always talk about you got to put in. Now, Jake, your career, I think this is amazing because you have such a tremendous career now and you have so many fans around the world, but it kind of started as a joke, right? In high school, you just made a song as like a gag, and then people were like, dude, you're actually really good at this.
Yeah, I started in like this duo. It was me and my friend Jordan Kotler, and I had a laptop that I had just gotten for like my birthday, and it came with GarageBand. And so we started making a few songs with just really crappy beats and just using like our iPhone headphones as the microphone. And we would put out like 1 song a week on MySpace, and it just got bigger and bigger. Everybody in high school knew us for these songs. Nobody actually liked them, but they all knew that we were like doing it. But like some kids, as you said, would stop me in the hallway and be like, "Oh, you actually got like flow. You keep going. Like you're pretty good. Ditch that other kid." So he wasn't as serious about it as I was. So I went solo, I guess. Yeah. I was still like 19, so I still wasn't really taking it very seriously. But I think as the question that you just asked, I think Mac Miller was like the reason that I decided to like really take it seriously, because he was young, he was rapping, he was white, he was Jewish. A lot of things just lined up, and I was, hey, I'm all those things. So it's like I just felt like if he could do it, I could do it too. I just related to him like so much. So
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talk about the rapping. People love you for the rapping. I remember your first label like almost tried to tell you not to rap, which is crazy.
Yeah, they did tell me that. Yeah.
If you were like gonna break it down percentage-wise, Where does your love lie for singing and rapping for you? Is it 50-50? Do you love both equally, or is it more?
I just love singing now.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
What happened to rapping? You just grew out of it?
It's just phases, you know, that you go through. Maybe one day I'll get back into it. Sometimes I like to sprinkle a little bit in there just for the fans, but whenever I rap, it's for the fans. It's not for me. I think I just sound corny doing it, and I prefer to sing. I don't know.
You guys like his rapping, right? There you go.
I know they do. Well, that's why I do it sometimes, just for you guys.
Just for her.
You're welcome.
Now, you guys both live in LA, right?
She does not.
Well, you spend time in LA.
Yeah, a lot.
You do, right? But this is funny to me, though, because I've talked to you about LA. Jake hates LA.
No, I like it.
You like it?
I go through phases.
Okay, you go through.
I like it
you
a lot
don't
more
like
than
the
New
people,
York. I
right?
like it a lot more than New York.
Why don't you like about New York?
Ouch.
I love the people in New York. I just don't like. I don't know. It's too fast paced and
Good save.
claustrophobic for me.
Right.
What'd you say?
Good save.
Yeah, that was a good save.
But have you? I mean, because is this a new development? Because the last time we talked, you were kind of critical of some of the
Yeah.
social scenes in LA. No.
Yeah, for sure. But I moved into like this suburban city with my friends, and it's very quiet, and all I do is work out there, and so yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I go through phases though.
yeah.
So does everybody, but
Claire,
I
what do you
like
like
it
writing about in LA? What about writing in LA do you enjoy?
I really like it. It can be so different from Stockholm. It's more like it goes faster. They're like, okay, we're going home now. Okay, perfect. In Stockholm, we're more like starting early. In LA, they're starting very late.
Right.
So we start early, we go home around 6 p.m., and then we're done. But in LA, it's like we're starting 4 p.m., and we're like writing till midnight or after.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the biggest difference. Otherwise, I don't think doesn't differ that much.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a funny question, but I've never written a song. Does weather affect
Yes.
the way you write songs? Like if you were to write a song in the dead of winter in New York and then on a beach in California, is that going to affect you?
maybe yeah. You wanna
Yeah,
answer?
just because I'm from Sweden, probably.
That's true. And yeah, I mean, to me, I'm usually just like in a studio where there's no windows.
It's
Or,
always sunny
Right.
in LA, so you can like.
well, I was gonna say you can never tell the weather because
Right.
because you're just like locked in the studio and it's always like dark and vibey. So it always feels kind of just like the same when I'm in the studio. But yeah, as she said, when you wake up and go to the studio
no.
in LA, it's just
I get
perfect.
anxiety if I know it's sunny outside and we're sitting in a small room without a window. It feels like I'm like, we need to go out. Maybe a lunch break, like just see the sun because we don't do that a lot. So
So funny. You just mentioned, dark, 5e kind of studio. Is that your favorite place to create in?
In the studio.
Well, just like the vibe of the studio. Like, what's your perfect setting?
I just need to feel comfortable. I feel like most artists just like to be comfortable in the studio. Sweatpants, just sneakers, cool lights, food. I don't know. That's why I've made like a studio out of my room, just because that's where I'm the most comfortable. So I also write a lot in the shower. I don't know.
What do you write on in the way you mean you remember?
Like in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, in paddling, it's getting soaked.
It's like I got my phone in there. No, not just in my head.
I got to find out what case he uses. Well, let's get to the song, Better Me, Better You. A tremendous song, as I've said. I want to dive into the video. Who directed the video?
it was Madeline Kakan from Los Angeles. She also directed my previous video, I Forgot.
Right.
It's amazing.
Now, you're doing something really cool with these videos, and I don't know how many there are going to be in the series, but is this would you say the second installment? It's like sort of like this longer movie-style narrative, right?
It's actually my first EP that's coming out this fall. It's called Sorry for Writing All the Songs About You. And it's like one relationship, so that's why we used the other guy in this video. I think that confused a lot of people. She was like, oh, she's cheating on Jake? But I wasn't. So it's supposed to be flashbacks from the previous relationship where you were in this unhealthy relationship. But you kind of, looking back at memories, you always beautify them a little bit. And you're like, it was fun. It was drama. I missed the drama. But yeah, and you're in this really good relationship. It's healthy. You're happy. But then you kind of get bored. And you're like, I missed the drama. You think you missed the drama.
Right.
So yeah, that's what the video is about. And that's why we used Kai Mahone in the video as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was going to applaud you guys because the pop genre is a very hard genre to find topics that haven't been sung about and written about, time and time again, and to find non-redundant material. And this is a topic, as you just touched on, Clara, that really I don't think is found in a lot of pop songs, but you actually tend to write about it. Like, it's kind of similar themes to I Forgot, no?
Yeah, and I think especially a lot of girls can relate because girls like drama. So I think a lot of girls can relate, probably some boys as well, to it. And I always try when I write to write relatable lyrics that people can be like, oh my God, this is my life. And that's what I want to do. I want people to feel touched and feel like she's singing about me.
Yeah, it's a personal touch. Now, you guys have both, of course, throughout your careers and here too, have written and sang about past relationships. When you do that, do you send them to your exes? I know some artists do. They'll like actually like send them the file and be like, thanks, you know? Jake, do you ever do that?
No, I definitely don't do that.
No?
No.
Jake's like, never.
No.
Me neither.
No? Do you guys...
They'll probably hear them anyway.
What?
They'll probably hear them.
Has an ex ever reached out about a song?
Yeah.
Yeah? How does that go?
I don't know.
No?
Clara, what do you think?
Jake, that was Jake passing the ball.
You can have that question.
I don't want it.
No?
We don't want it.
Well, here's the question. Are you guys both in a relationship right now, or both single? Or Jake, you're single, right?
Single, yeah.
Okay, Clara, are you in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship, yeah.
Okay, well, this is great then, because I wanted to ask you guys, as people who write songs and also perform them, is it easier to write and sing about love when you're in love or when you're out of love?
Out of love.
Out of love. Okay, why out of love? Before Jake answers.
Just because of the previous thing I said about the drama. I mean, when you're single, you're meeting a lot of people, you're fighting, you're making up, breaking up. There's a lot of feelings involved. In a relationship, maybe you're happy all the time. I am.
Yeah. So it's easier to write about love maybe in hindsight when you have that.
Yeah, I like to write about breakup songs, like that hurts. And sometimes I'm like, maybe you can break up with me and we can get to back together next week. So yeah, you have to have some tricks.
Jake, how about you?
I guess it's easier to write breakup songs when you're single, obviously, and it's easier to write love songs when you're in a relationship and you feel all that love. But it really just depends on where you are in the relationship. You know, if it's going well, then I'm sure you're gonna tend to write a bunch of songs about lovey-dovey stuff. If it's not going so well, then the opposite. You're gonna write about how, you're not feeling it or they're not feeling it. So it really just depends on, I guess the state of where you are in the relationship. But it's also easy to get away with some things when you're single, and you don't have to you can really write about anything when you're single and not have to worry about your girlfriend or your boyfriend listening to it and feeling like offended by it, I guess.
Yeah. No, there's like a liberty in that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
Do you have a favorite song you've ever written about a relationship or love or a breakup that just means the most to you personally?
A favorite song I've ever written?
About this topic, about, the idea of relationships.
Probably a song called Permanent, maybe.
Okay. You guys know that one? Yeah, good song.
Thank you.
Why that one?
Just because it's very vulnerable and there's not much track. It's really just driven by my vocal and the passion behind my vocal. I think you can really just feel what I'm saying because I was going through something at the time, and I wrote it in Nashville, and so I flew all the way out there and just made sure that every word was perfect, and it was just a really cool song and studio session.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Claire, you ever wrote in Nashville?
No, but I want to go. I love the TV series.
Oh, you do?
Like, yeah.
You
gotta go so bad.
Because that's like a songwriter's paradise, right, Jake? Yeah.
It's like becoming like the hottest place, like more than LA, I think, for writing, not just country music too, more pop. So I've been thinking maybe I'm gonna move there one day. I really like it there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Better buy some cowboy boots, man.
I know, right?
So we're just about halfway through, I guess more than halfway through 2018. It's crazy. You have the EP coming this fall.
Yes.
How many songs are on the EP?
6 songs.
6 songs, okay. And then do we have, how many have been out so far? We got 3?
3, yeah.
3, wow. Okay, so when's the next one coming out?
August 24th.
Wow, what's
Yeah.
that one called?
It's called Rooftop.
Rooftop.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Rooftop?
It's a breakup song.
Yeah. Are they all breakup songs?
No, there's one happy song.
Is there?
To start the story, and because all the songs coming in like the same order as a relationship starts very good, start to doubt it, you break up, you regret it, and then you're over it.
Yeah.
And then you just have to write about it to get over it. So that's the title. Sorry for writing all the songs about you.
Wow.
But I had to.
Do you have a release date for the EP?
Yes. It's coming 3 weeks after Rooftop. So what's that?
Do some math. Does anyone have a calendar? No.
Oh, shit. October.
October? All right, well,
Beginning
that's
of October.
exciting.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Congratulations, and early congratulations, but that's huge, the debut EP. That's a big weight off your shoulders, I have to imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Jake, what's next for you, man? You still got Silver Lining, right? That just came out like a couple months ago.
Yeah, but you know, you always need to put out new music. Everybody wants music ASAP. So I put it out probably maybe 4 or 5 months ago, but I'm already ready to put out new music.
Wow.
I've been recording a lot, and it's my favorite music I've made, so I'm really excited. And now that I have Sony behind me to hopefully make it, you know, the biggest push yet, I'm really excited.
Dude, that's huge.
Yeah.
Any indicators of when we can get new music from you?
Definitely within the next like 2 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's exciting. Well, thanks, guys. I'm going to turn it over to our studio audience. We've got a bunch of fans here that have questions for you.
Cool.
So let's get to the first one right here.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, what's up? I like your shirt.
Thank you. I know your favorite song mostly is Overnight, but what was it like working with Simone Biles in the video? I'm kind of a big fan.
Yeah, it was awesome. I haven't seen her in a while, but she's a very cool person to be around, like the most energetic person you've ever met, very bubbly. I think it was like the first time she's ever been in a music video, so she was a little nervous, so I had to kind of calm her down a little bit, but it was a lot of fun. They put like boxes, like apple boxes for her to like stand on top of, so she didn't look so short, so everybody in the comment was like, oh wow, Jake's so short, because if he looks that tall next to her, then he's probably so short, but they put her on boxes, but it was really cool. I'm gonna put her out like that, I'm sorry.
All right, let's get to number 2 right here.
Hi, Clara. Hi, Jake.
Hi,
Hey,
how
what's
are you?
up?
Okay, so I have to wonder because we have the remix, the normal version, and you have the acoustic version of the song. So I want to know which version's your favorite and why.
Actually, for me, I think it's the acoustic one.
Same here.
Yeah, it's so like based on the vocals,
Yeah.
and you can hear every word.
I love the strings.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we got time for a couple more. Let's get to the next one.
Hi guys,
Hey,
I
what's
wanted
up?
to know what's your favorite thing to do in New York, when you come here?
Clara?
Jake hates New York.
That's not true. I take that back. I just don't like it as much as LA. Like the weather and like
Exactly.
the
He likes the
everybody-
people, though.
the taxis. I just can't do it. Yeah, sorry. My favorite thing to do in New York. That's a good question. I like going to Benihana's, even though there's one pretty much everywhere. I like going to Times Square, just kind of standing in the middle and soaking it all in. I don't know. I know. You're probably right.
They're trying to win you over.
Hey, you want to pass her the mic? What's one place that Jake has to go to in New York?
Chelsea, and there's like Los Tacos and Chelsea Market. You have to try that.
Okay.
Like,
She's just telling you to go by her house.
like no,
Doing it.
honestly, by
I
all
live in
means.
Chelsea, and there's this place downstairs.
Yeah, basically.
Chelsea Market. Okay. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
So my question was for Jake. What are you most looking forward to with the new record label that you have?
I'm looking forward to doing a lot of radio shows and doing a lot of hopefully jingle balls and stuff like that, and getting back in arenas the end of this year and doing a lot of those big shows. But yeah, I'm really excited to go to radio because I feel like I haven't really properly hit radio the right way in like 3 or 4 years. So I'm really excited for that. Of course, you're gonna get a tour.
Like when? That's what I'm asking. When are we gonna get our next
Probably top of next year. Yeah. But the label has nothing to do with the tour. That's still all us. So we're gonna be touring just as much. Yeah.
That's good. We got investigative journalists in the crowd today.
Uh-huh.
That's good. Well, guys, thank you so much again for stopping by Build
Thank you.
today. The record is out, Better Me, Better You, and also to keep an eye out for your EP that comes out when? October? Do we have a date? October something.
yes.
Awesome. Okay, and very exciting
Fall.
stuff to look forward to with
Thank
the
you.
new label for Jake.
Thanks so much.
again, guys, and thank you at home for
Thank you so
watching.
much.
Thank you.